Okay friends, so today we are going to see two input array sorted problem. So actually it is a lead code question. It is a medium question which today we are going to solve. So numbers are being given, so let me take it as numbers. So number is an array which is already been given 2, 7, 11, 15. So it is sorted array. So it is in non-decreasing order. So 2, 7, 11, 15. This is sorted order. Now we have to find two numbers such that their sum is equal to target. So 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So we have to return the indices of these numbers. So the answer is 0 comma 1, but in the question to some input array sorted, the output is they're asking us in 1 based indexing. That is, instead of 0 1 we have to return 0 as 1, and instead of 1 we have to return 2. So the output is 1 comma 2. So now let's delve deep dive into the approach of this question. So the approach is that first of all I'm taking the array 2, 7, 11, 15. So I'm just maintaining a pointer, I pointer, which is actually at the starting point, and a j pointer which is at the end. So now what I'm doing is now my target is 9. So now I'm just adding I and j values. So numbers of I plus that is numbers of I plus numbers of j. So 15 plus 2 gives me 17, which is not equal to 9. So this condition is goes wrong, whereas this 17 is being greater than our target 9. So in this case, when 17 is greater than 9, we have to move the j pointer towards towards left. So now from here I'm just moving the j pointer over here. So now it is in the 11. So now I'm adding I and j pointers. So 11 plus 2 is 13, which is also greater than my target 9. So again I'm moving the j pointer towards the front. Okay, now I'm just adding. So I plus j, that is numbers of I plus numbers of j, which is 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So 9, which is equal to my target 9. So now what I want to do is so I got my answer at this case, that is 2, 7, 11 and 15. So 2 is my I and j pointers over here right now. So it is actually arrays are 0 based indexing, but in our output we have to return it as 1 comma 2. So this is actually 1, 0 is considered as 1, and this one is considered as 2. So I'm just returning it. So how can we code this approach in lead code? So let's see this. So for this approach, so the code part, so let's see the coding part of this question. So code part of this question is actually I'm taking an array. So I'm just using one we are using I and j pointers. So first we have to initialize I and j pointers. So first I'm just getting the array size. So let me take int n is equal to numbers dot size. Okay, I'm just getting the size. Now I'm initializing the I pointer. I is equal to 0, that is first value, that is 2, and I'm initializing j pointer is always towards the end, that is n minus 1. So I'm just initializing n minus 1 at the last. I'm using a while loop while I less than j. This condition is that always the left part will be less than the right part. That's what I less than j means. So never I greater than j can't be, because I always should be less than j. So that's what's the logic behind this while loop. Usually for this sort of arrays we use this logic. Now I'm just calculating the sum. So I'm just initializing int sum is equal to numbers of I plus numbers of j. So the sum is being calculated over here. in the sum. Now I'm just using a conditional loop, that is if my sum is suppose my sum is less than the target. If the sum is less than the target, we have to do I plus plus. Actually the cases we didn't see this case. What we saw was like I'm just writing in the else if part. We always we saw that when sum is greater than the target, we were doing j minus minus, and at the last we have to move on to the else portion. So let's go to the else portion. Else we have at the last we have to return the indices, that is I plus 1 comma j plus 1. I'm just returning the indices, then only we will be getting the answer. Since it is in the LeetCode, it is an vector based question, that is we have to return a vector at the end. So just I'm returning return. I'm just returning this empty braces, then only we will not getting any error. So this is what the code is, the approach of this question. Okay, I guess you would be able to understand the approach. Now we saw this for j minus minus only we saw. Now we will be seeing this for I plus plus. Let me take 2, 3, 4 and target is equal to 6. Okay, now I'm just initializing my I pointer over here and j pointer over here. So now 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So I just got my answer at a single step. So let's take another example. So actually when you have to do I plus plus in the case, suppose when your sum, that is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So let me take 3, 2, 1. I'll take it here over here 8 and 1, 9. I'll just take it over here. Consider this as simply sorted. It is not actually sorted. Let me take 2, 3, 4, 5 and my target is 5. Okay, my target is 5. So now I'm just initializing I pointer over here and j pointer over here. So 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is actually greater than my target. So when number sum is greater than my target, what I have to do is I have to increment my I. So that's what I'm doing. When the sum is greater than the target, you have to when sum is greater, you actually have to increment the j pointer. Actually have to increment the j pointer. I pointer will remain same. Suppose my sum is 4, so 4 and my target is 5. In this case, what is happening? 4 is less than 5. So in this case, you have to just increment the I plus plus. It is just for showing you guys that it's when it is 4, when the sum is less than the target, you have to increment the I. Actually have to increment the I when it is less than. When it is greater than, you have to decrement the j, that is j minus minus. So this what this code logic actually means. It is easy. So now we will just I will just show the accepted answer for this question in LeetCode, so it might be very helpful for you to refer. So you can take screenshot of this answer and this approach, and this what you have to at last you have to return. So now let me show it in the LeetCode how it has been accepted. So okay, let me see. So this was the question in sum is. So the two sum questions has been accepted by the LeetCode, and it have already passed all the test cases successfully. And this is what the question is, and it have passed all these test cases. So this what